in an era where there are no budgets, so to say, when you speak to publishers, the biggest problem when it comes to marketing is most publishers would come down and tell you that, hey, we're very interested in doing marketing, but we don't have any budgets. And hence, the only thing one has to rely on is how do ideas transmit virally in the absence of very low budgets. The secret has been out globally, and I think a lot of Indian authors are also realizing the same. And hence, we come down to the necessity or the need for publishers to rethink on the role of marketing as far as books is concerned. We found that there were several opportunities to create cross-media exploitation of content. To us, book marketing is based on 3 pillars. Public relations, which I think all of us knew. So that's the conventional way to market, having a book launch, getting a reviewer to get a review about a book in the newspapers, having yourself covered through influencers. Then, of course, is the new world of book marketing, which is the bulk of what we have done, is explore the whole digital world as far as book marketing is concerned. Here's where the bulk of our work lies. And then, of course, comes retail, which is placement of books, which is author shows, author events across cities, and so on and so forth. Thanks to social media, you can generate a relatively large influence at a relatively low cost. Like I emphasized earlier, we are living in an extraordinarily crowded communication space, and hence, the key and the secret to doing anything extraordinary is to have big disruptive ideas. The first 3 phases, which is tease, engage, and interact, and the secret to the first 3 phases is fantastic content. In other words, what is Mark Zuckerberg telling you? What Mark Zuckerberg is telling you that if you're not interesting enough, we will delete you from the news feed of the people who are liking you. So while content is important, the million-dollar question is, where does this idea come from? Now, here's where we discovered that cookie-cutter marketing ends with books, because every book is different in its own flavor. Every book has a unique story or a unique content angle, and if one can actually catch as to what is the key hook as far as content in that particular book is concerned, the marketing idea lies pretty much within there. There's another point I'd like to make over here. Whenever people have always, I think the question of budget doesn't leave people. So they often come down and say, this is all very fine, but it's still very grand. I don't think we've got a kind of budget to do this. Let me tell you that do not underestimate the power of content. We in the publishing world sit on a storehouse of ideas. If we start believing in our own ideas, and if the ideas are big enough, you will find the kind of talent collaborating to create something bigger. And hence, the whole aspect of budgets can be taken care of if the vision is ambitious and if the idea is big.